If you've been paying your bills, okay, with your debit card, and those bills are not reporting to your credit file to help build up your credit, then you have a problem. And the problem is that you're missing out on building up your credit, especially when you have bad credit. And you can't get a loan from the banks. You can't get a car loan from the banks. You can't qualify for an apartment. All right. So that's the reason you need to look at the extra card. All right. And the reason that you want to look at it, as I stated, because with the regular debit card that you have, it does not have the same benefits as the extra card. It's a debit card. And it's just as simple as you connecting your bank account. And what they do is that all of your monthly transactions that you use to pay your bills and stuff like that, they'll report it to the credit bureau. All right. Now, the reason that I'm telling you this, because there may be people that are just coming out of bankruptcy, okay? And somebody hacked your account, okay? And you're in a fraud, and so you can't get another bank account or something like that. So now you're in check systems, you're in early warning systems, so you can't get a regular bank account. You can go to credit unions and get a second chance account, but even with those second chance accounts with the debit card, it's not going to report to the credit bureaus. You want to make sure that you have a debit card that's actually going to be reporting to the credit bureaus. So that's the reason that this card is more beneficial to those that are, again, that are having those challenges. Another thing, say that you have a situation where your car breaks down, right? And so again, you can't go to the credit union, you can't go to the bank, so you can't go to the car lot because your credit is bad. So now you have to end up going to a buy here, pay here, right? And so with the buy here, pay here car lots, they do not report to the credit bureaus. However, by you having this extra debit card and you making your car payment using this extra debit card, now you have a trade line that's going to actually report on your credit file. That's why this here card is so important, because you should not be paying out money if it's not going to benefit you by reporting to the credit bureau. All right. So let's look at another situation. You may can't get into an apartment, right? Because you have bad credit and stuff. But you are paying bills. You still may have like Spotify, Netflix. You still paying somebody, paying something to somebody somewhere for some type of bill, cell phone bill, things of that nature, right? So those bills that you're actually paying, when you use your extra debit card to pay it, that's going to become a trade line reporting to your credit report. All right. So that's the reason that this card can help you. Now, here's another strategy in terms of, like I said, when you're paying rent. People usually do a Zelle or Venmo to their rent roommates and stuff like that. I would not do that. I would make sure that money is in my bank account, and I would use the extra debit card app, and then make the payment and categorize it as rent. Now you got that categorized as rent. So when you make that rent payment, all right, now there's other systems out there that can pick up this data and they'll report it as a trade line on your credit file as well. So now you have the option to have two trade lines instead of just one trade line reporting on your credit file. This is why, again, the extra debit card is important. Now, here's the thing about it with the extra debit card, they report to Experian and Equifax. As a matter of fact, I'm going to answer a few questions for you, but just so that you understand that if you're using a regular debit card, that's not building up your credit. You need to use a card like Extra to help build up your credit. And the reality of it, this is not a secured card, so you're not putting any money up front. It's your money that you're using. So whatever money is in your bank account, when you connect your extra debit card to it, that's the money you use to pay all of your bills. And when you pay those bills, that's the amount that they're going to actually transact and report on your credit file. Okay? They report the amount that you actually use to the credit bureaus. All right? Now, here's their plans. It's very simple. It's $20 a month or $25 a month. But if you want a discount, yes, you can pay it up for the whole year. Now, in terms of the amount of points, here's the thing about it in terms of helping boost up the points. With something like this, with a credit system like this, that you use in your debit card, usually this type of system can usually add anywhere, I would say easily between 15 up to 50 points. All right? Well, one of the key things that a lot of people don't understand about this card that I would tell you, use the card. Do not use your regular debit card because your regular debit card is not going to report to the credit bureaus. Use this card because you want all of your transactions to be picked up and reported as a trade line. Like I said, is it a secured card? The extra debit card is not a secured card. How often it reports? We report both Equifax and Experian at the beginning of each month. So they report to two credit bureaus. Look at your debit card and think about how much money you pay every month using your debit card on bills and how many times have they reported to the credit bureaus. How many times? They haven't. Because they don't do that with your debit card. Even when you have bad credit, a second chance card, they'll tell you to get a secured card where you have to put the money up front. But why get a secured card when you can just use your debit card? So this is the point that I'm making. You should use this here type of card in order to help build up your credit.